I use you to call. And you say, how's that? I use media to express an interest.
Yep. Yeah. Bringing you
another one.
Yeah, it's one of them days. One of them days full of content, a lot going on. But Jerry really said it, as you can see. He said it. See, sometimes they'll say it right in your face, and sometimes people still don't catch it. But at the same time, I gotta just tell you straight that this stream is brought to you by Sleeper app. Go for a Hail Mary on Sleeper picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. So now he did admit it. So, and I'm explaining this because this go help us. This one of those shows that's designed to kind of help us kind of read the tea leaves better. And this is not everybody's skill set. This is not the skill set of a lot of people in the community. But I think if you rock with this channel long enough, you'll become really good at being able to read the tea leaves, because I think that's something that I'm pretty good at. But yeah, he came out, man. And we go just kind of break this whole thing down. And yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting when you see how he uses the media. Let's go.
Jerry, I'm going to ask you for a negotiating lesson here, because a lot of times you've said they need to call us, or you don't want to pick up the phone first. Why is that so important for many of the trades in your philosophy? And do you apply that to other negotiations in life? Do you really feel like you're giving away that much leverage if you pick up the phone first?
Yes. I can do that real quick. Yes. But really, I'm calling. I use you to call. I'm calling. I use you to call. But really, I'm calling. I use you to call. And you say, how's that? I use media to express an interest all the time. And so, and that's not uncommon, and very effective, because don't think I don't listen to that radio, and don't think I don't look at that newspaper. And so if somebody's talking it up, we're talking to each other. You know, the old adage, you can driving along and not saying one word, but look over and there's a little frown. You're talking to me, baby, and I hear you loud and clear. Not a word being said.
Yeah. So some people need it that direct before they get it. Yes, he really said it. I use the media. Yep. Because he was dead serious, especially during trade season, before the trade deadline, before the draft, before all of that. He's going to use the media a lot of times. And I talked about that in one of these shows that I did, when I was talking about the benefit of cold water. Y'all need to go check out some of my stuff, man. I don't be playing when I post my stuff. I be dead serious. And my stuff be like very relative. That's why I say people that rock with this channel are executive types. You know, you the type of person that really want to know the details. You don't want to be surface. So let me give you a couple examples of him actually explaining it. Here we go.
What about adding something through a trade?
So you see, he said, what about adding something through a trade? Listen.
How scary would that be?
Right about draft time, picks get very premium right now. And the trades relative to draft picks for a player, this is possibly, you might call it a good time, because the round picks, to be able to use it this year, can come at a premium. Now, you've got to have your bait out everywhere, and we do.
He said you have to have your bait out, and we do. And see, now that he done said it outright, I knew what he was saying, but some people need to hear it even that much clearer. Who are the people that they use for bait? Right? It don't mean that they shady, because a lot of times what's going to happen with these reporters, they're going to report what they're given. But it's one of those things where it's a lot of times trash in, trash out. So to where not every lead that comes from the insider, right, is for good purposes. Sometimes it's exactly what he said, bait, chum, right? Let me give you a perfect example, man. I'm gonna give you the best example I can give you. You know, the best example I can give you, if you look at these contracts, right? If you look closely at the contracts, it was pretty obvious that Max Crosby was nothing but bait. It was him using the media for bait, where he's trying to make his phone ring, where he's trying to generate leverage. Boss, how do you know that? Well, you got to look at the contract. And if you look at the contract details, it's obvious, because the dead cap hit on Crosby is so ginormous. It's huge. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's something that's out this world. $72 million. 72. So it's one of those things that when you kind of learn, because I didn't know that this year. I was even lobbying for people like Max Crosby. We need to go get Max Crosby. We need to go get Myles Garrett. And then I had to research it more. And the more I researched it, I said, those are impossible people. So when you hear Dallas is interested in Max Crosby, that's chum. That's bait he throwing out there to get his phone to ring. So I want us to kind of understand how Jerry moves, so sometimes we don't get stirred up on our emotions, because I was out there pushing for stuff that was bad ideas, because it wasn't even realistic ideas, you know. And it just came down for me doing my research, and everybody get it wrong. We all get it wrong. But like this, for instance, this is Myles Garrett. Go look at Myles Garrett dead cap hit. $123 million. Like, we talking about, like, oh, that's Michael's. I'm sorry. Yeah, the dead cap is $97 million. See, and you got to ask, why do they have these dead caps that's so big? Because a lot of times these players want to stay with the team, and the owners, if they go pay you this contract, they don't want you to be able to get away. So what they do is they put a lot of dead cap on you to make it almost impossible for you to get away in that new contract. So it's a reason why you do not see people that got market setting contracts get traded within the first year. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So this is one of those situations where Jerry was telling on himself. That's all that happened. Jerry was he was snitching on himself. And I think sometimes he does that because he trusts that most people not go kind of get it. That's why I want y'all to come to this channel where I explain this type of stuff, you know. So like Joseph Hort talked about it. He said, I use you to call, when he was talking about the media. I use you to call. I use media to express interest all the time. It's not uncommon, and it's very effective. It's very effective. Yeah. And then James said, I love when he tells on himself. So this is the next level I'm gonna tell us to stop us from being played, because a lot of us get played, right? So I posted this, you know, because it's pretty predictable. A lot of people don't see the pattern, but if you stay on this channel, you'll start seeing the pattern. This particular illustration shows how Cowboy Nation is used to basically go at some of the best players that Dallas Cowboys either want to cut or not re-sign. And so this is when he uses the media. Yeah. So before he's going to cut Amari, he's going to make sure that the media and a lot of people in his media, they're going to get leaks and negative leaks about Amari. Right. And then there are people that's going to, and I'm not saying Jane, because I've never seen Jane move like that, nor John. You know, I've never seen, I just want to say that straight up, you know. but he's going to use the media to sometimes do his dirty work. And they're going to go out there based on what they leaked, where I'm hearing this. This is what I'm hearing. This is what sources are telling me. This is what sources are telling me. Especially that messy stuff. I'm hearing that they don't really like Micah Parsons is locker room cancer and stuff like that. It's not saying that they not hearing it. It's the people that's giving it to them has nefarious intentions. So these reporters are just reporting what they hearing, but it's effective when they want to get rid of people. So you got to kind of look at the pattern. 1 year, everybody loved Micah when he was using his training camp and not going to voluntary OTAs because he was doing his own individual workouts. Everybody loved him. The year before it was time to him to get paid, all of a sudden people start coming out. Is he coming to training camp? Because we need to know if he's going to be a leader. It's a question about his leadership. And then that starts spiraling into the fans. Yeah, they questioning his leadership. Yeah. And that's how he does it. It's genius. And it works on a lot of people because most people busy, man. They too busy to peep the pattern. They trust them. Hey, I trust that person. That's an insider. But sometimes that insider is being used. And that's what they do. And so it gets pretty predictable. That's why I'm saying people love Pickens now. They're not going to love Pickens by next year because his same agent is David Mulugata. And the moment David start fighting for his worth, it's going to be leaks out there like Pickens turned down $30 million. And then fans going to be like, that's a lot of money. He's greedy. When are these guys going to do what's best for the team instead of being greedy mofos? And they going to start turning on him. And they do it to all the players when it's time for them to get paid. That's how it's pretty obvious that the closer you get to when it's time for you to get paid or when they want to get rid of you, you go start hearing leaks. Hey, it was people in the building that said they had a problem with Trayvon and working out and his rehab. He could have had 100% attendance. He could have been perfect. He could have been working his ass off. But when they want to get rid of you, let's just leak this out. And he admitted it. He told you to your face, I use you. I use you.
Hey, I'm calling. I use you to.
I use you.
Yes, but really, I'm calling. I use you to.
I use you, media people. I use you. And he said it. He really said it. So it's one of those things like James Sled. I love it when he tell on himself. It's just that are we smart enough to actually pay attention to him telling on himself? Or will we be used as puppets and sheep to turn on the best players? Because that's the pattern. That's what we do. You know, that's what we doing with Diggs right now. Diggs was a cancer. Diggs, it's like, can y'all show me some of the evidence of this? Diggs missed Michael. That's why he acting like this. Okay, can you show me evidence of that? Nah. What happened is it kept getting leaked out there. People was leaking it out there, and they kept dripping. And then all of a sudden, the rumor become to where you start thinking it's true, and then you start repeating it over and over and over. And that's why he said it's quite effective. That's why Jerry just admitted it in our face. He said I use you to call. I use media to express an interest all the time. It's not uncommon, and it's very effective when I use you, sheep. So the question is, are you gonna be a sheep? If you follow this channel, I don't want you to be a sheep. I want you to be the person that's able to read between the lines and know when the games are being played. Because I get it. They have interests. They have business interests. But at the same time, I don't want to be a tool for anybody. I want to be able to see between the lines to where I can stay focused on the best interest for my team. It's your boss It's your boy Boss Show Me, man. You know, obviously giving you more of that honest, real, authentic content that you don't get in a lot of places. And I'm gonna continue to do it like that, man. I'm gonna continue to give y'all the real, man. That's my style. I'm never gonna change. Period. So it's your boy Boss Show Me. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to continue to get authentic, genuine, thorough content that's balanced as well as measured. And most of all, I'll show you. I'm out.
Chance Trayvon has already played his final game with the Cowboys?